Hey guys, okay. So, we've actually had a pretty good day so far. We were able to go to Walmart and get groceries. And we didn't spend everything that we had and barely get anything and end up with crap food to begin with. So, been a good day. Uh, so I wanted to let you guys know, I mean, kind of on the business end of Faith first. I don't have my store going yet, but I do have I I set up an Amazon business account that is going to be I'm going to use that to try to outfit the homestead with the necessary things that we need, like things for like tools and stuff for doing our chores and like garden stuff and just that kind of thing. But it's all going to go into helping to build up the homestead towards being able to make our income off from our homestead. So it's kind of the beginning of that, and I do need to work on getting my uh t-shirts done. I have another one started, I just have not gotten it. See, there's that one. I haven't gotten it finished yet. My markers are getting kind of. I'm gonna end up having to buy some more Amazon or some more markers off from Amazon. But yeah, the Amazon business account, I will use that as well towards getting, like paint supplies and that kind of thing. With stuff that's going towards, uh, our Faith First merchandise that we make and that kind of thing. So, anyway, so sorry, I'm like zoning out right now. Oh, anyway, yeah, I'm zoned out. Anyway, so trying to think. Don't really have much. Oh, Walmart. So that was the other thing I was gonna say. Paintings. I did find at Walmart I can get my big canvases, like one big one. I don't even remember what the size was on it. One big huge one for $12. So the next time we go to Walmart, I'm definitely going to be getting those. So, and we get income taxes, I'm going to stock up on some more. And I'm going to start really putting into my paintings. I'm going to have to get a bunch of paints. Because I'm going to work on seeing if I can get some big paintings sold. And I'm probably going to appeal to my sister to see if she could actually help me. Oh, I'm tired, you guys. But I want to try to sell a few paintings for top dollar. You're a fighting expert. I thought you could. Come on over here. The bigger ones, like the sunset kind of things, the ones that are just the real landscape the really cool ones. Anyway, some of those go for a very high price. I'm not gonna get into that on here because I don't want people like, oh well, you're just in it for the not in it for the money, guys. But my goal with that is I want to try to get us set. Financially stable and financially set to where we're not struggling so hard. To where it's not the paycheck's gone before we get it and we're struggling to even get out to the property. I'm trying to get it to where we're set financially to where we can get out on that property and start getting things done. Not just for the YouTube channel, okay? I'm promoting this on the YouTube channel to share the information on the how-tos, to show you guys this stuff can be done. You don't need expensive stuff. You don't need all this high-end kind of materials and stuff to build up a homestead. You can do it without having to pour in a ton of money. And even if I am able to get a few of the paintings, when I get a few of the paintings, there's no if there, I'm gonna do it. I get a few of the paintings done, and when I do, God willing, I'm able to get them sold, and we end up with quite a lot of money, okay? I'm not gonna take and spend $50,000 on materials. It's not gonna do that. I'm still going to go at it very, very frugally, very cheap but sound, very financially smart, I guess, to show you guys that it can be done. Okay? Anyway, so I was able to get those priced, and I'm very pleased with what I found out. So I'm going to get several of those canvases and start working on some big paintings. Now, when I do get those canvases, I'm going to have to get, like a lot different brushes, and I'm going to have, like some of the bigger brushes and some of the, the stuff to just more, like some of the angle ones and some of the, the different art at more intermediate to advanced type brushes to where it's, yeah. Anyway, so, but yeah, I'm gonna get what I need for that, and I'll keep you guys posted and let you guys know what's going on. And I'm honestly very tempted to see what I can do to make it to where we can just plain live on the property sooner than what I was thinking. So I don't know, I'm going to be checking that out, and I'll let you guys know on that, because I think it would just be a lot better for us. But I also want to make sure that Andrew knows that he's included, and that, there's a place for him. And I'm not gonna just exclude him. So anyway, but it's gonna kind of in the making kind of thing, and we'll figure that out and let you guys know as I go along. And Anyway, but I'm going to get into this and try to see how far we can get on the book today. I might even get into a few pins just to kind of mix it up a little bit. But be prepared for a lot of notifications, guys, because I'm going to try to get a lot of videos out. So, anyway, here we go. And this is on ducks for eggs and ducks for meat. This is going to be kind of a little bit longer video. I mean, I'm not really. It's 10 minutes, but sorry for zoning out there, you guys. I'm kind of tired, but. Alright, here we go. Some breeds of duck have been genetically selected for their outstanding laying habits, but unless this ability is maintained through continued selective breeding, the laying potential of a particular flock may decrease over time. You know, another reason why I'm going to be trying to do this with the paintings is because I don't know if we're going to get that investment money. And if I can sell a couple of paintings for, you know, a high-end price, I'll have the money to get us, first of all, get all the fencing that we need for the property. And yeah, I mean, that is something I would put money into because you got to make sure that your fencing is sound enough to keep your bigger predators out and keep your animals where they belong. So, anyway, but with that money, one of the things I would do with some of that money is I would get our animals, get our fencing, make sure our barn is built, you know, completed, and we'd be doing it ourselves. I'm not going to hire out for that. I mean, that's one of the things I was trying to get at. I'm not going to take and spend out 70 grand on, was that you? Like, building a barn or, you know, I'm not going to do that. We'll still get the material, you know, I'll still use pallets. Why? Just to show you guys that it can be done. And pallets, there's so many places you can get it for free. Pallets for free. So easily. And, you know, I'll get us the tools that we need. And then that's a necessary purchase. I'm going to have to do that anyway. But I'm still going to use the pallets. I'm still going to, you know, go about it and get the materials, the same materials, you know, just to show you guys this can be done. You don't need high-end expensive lumber. You don't need high-end expensive materials. You don't need a whole huge electrical setup. You don't need that stuff. This is why I'm still going to, regardless of, you know, what happens, you know, I sell several paintings and we end up with a decent amount of money. I'm still going to use the materials and go about it the same way we're planning on right now. To show you guys that it can be done. That you guys can do this too. You don't need thousands and thousands of dollars to do it. So, anyway, sorry. But yes, with some of the money, we would be getting our animals. All of our farm animals. Which, yeah, I would be jumping. And I know it would be a lot. And this is the reason why, you know, I would make sure that everybody was there that was going to be there on the property for the extra help with the farm animals. Because it would be a lot, you know. But you know what? We're running out of time, you guys. And getting those farm animals is going to make it to where we have what we need. And that's where it's at. Is making sure you have what you need. Making sure the needs of your family and your household are set. And that's where my mind is at. And see, another thing, I need stuff like fabric. I need sewing materials. I need soap supplies. All of this stuff is going to take some money to stock up on this stuff. I'm going to have all the stuff, the starter stuff, okay? everything I started stocking back up on is in Michigan. And yeah, I could send Aaron some money, and I will. I'll send Aaron some money. I'll send money to help him out. And I'll send him money to where he can send our stuff down to us. But say like even with all the glass, even with all my canning jars, and that's the other thing, I don't even have any canners. I don't have my water bath canner. I don't have a pressure canner. I barely have any canning jars. So yeah, the whole end with the painting thing and trying to get some sold for quite a bit of money a piece, it's necessary because I have to get a lot of canning jars. Even if I had every canning jar that I had in Michigan, every empty one, every full one, if I had every single one of those, I still wouldn't have hardly a quarter of what I needed. Okay? I still need a ton of canning jars. Those are money, you know? And yeah, I go on Facebook Marketplace. Not a problem. And I can do that. I'll use Facebook Marketplace because I'm gonna go and pay top dollar for all of them. I'll go and buy some cases of jars. Yeah. Might even go and clean off the shelves of a few of them. Just to have a start. But I'll go through Facebook Marketplace. I don't care. Like, I'll do this. Because bargain shopping, that's how I was raised. My sister's that way. My mom and dad were that way. My grandma was that way. This is how I was raised, and it's actually better to do that because you don't need everything high end. You don't need to buy everything top dollar. It's just not necessary, especially when it comes to homesteading. Yeah, some of the stuff you want to make sure it's good quality, obviously. You don't want to go and get the cheapest garbage, you know. You want your glass. You want your glass jars. You want your glass tincture bottles. See, that's another thing. I've got to put money into buying the alcohols for my tinctures. I have a lot of seeds, but I still need more. I need the seeds for some of the other medicinal plants and that kind of thing. It takes money. So I've got to put money into it, you know? And I've got to be able to put money into the business part of it to be able to help grow that business. So, anyway, just as, words for thought there. But yes, with part of if I'm able to sell several paintings for a good price a piece, I will put some of that money into our animals. I will get all of our farm animals straight up. Our dairy cow, our two horses. I'll even get the horse and buggy. And it sounds crazy, but guys, the time is coming. It is coming when if you have to get somewhere, and I mean when that time hits, it's gonna be better to stay home. But anyway, like I said, our dairy cow, at least two horses, our rabbits, our quail, our sheep, our goats, our pigs. I mean, the sheep is kind of. I might just put that money that I would spend on them into fabric. A bunch of fabric. Like good, healthier fabrics, even like the muslins and that kind of stuff. And a bunch of thread and needles, and maybe I could even find an old-fashioned sewing machine that's top working condition with the foot pedal that I could actually use, So, word for thought there. I don't want anybody thinking that, oh, well, you guys get money, you're just going to be in it for the money. No, that's not it. It's not it. That's not it. I mean, I will have to use some of the money to help get us going. And right now, where we're at financially, it's going to be difficult to get those animals. But you know what? God will provide. And I believe one of those ways is through my art and my paintings. So, hey, thank God I was able, I found those canvases for decent price because, yeah. Anyway, so here we go. Some breeds of duck have been genetically selected for their outstanding laying habits, but unless this ability is maintained through continued selective breeding, the laying potential of a particular flock may decrease over time. For this reason, not all populations of a breed known for laying are equally up to the task. Some sources offer hybrid layers that are bred for efficient and constant egg production, but their offspring will not retain the same characteristics and cannot be used to raise ducklings of your own. Since laying stops when nesting begins, the trade-off among laying breeds is they do not have strong nesting instincts. Although some ducks lay pale green eggs, most of the laying breeds produce white eggs. Campbell, originally bred in England at the turn of the 20th century, Campbells are fairly active foragers that can withstand cold climates. They weigh around 4 pounds, making them a fair size for eating. The original and most common color is khaki. The ducklings are dark brown and feather out to a seal brown color, and the males' heads and wings turn darker brown. Good layers will produce 240 to 300 eggs per year. And there's a Campbell duck right there. Runners. Developed in Scotland from stock originating in the East Indies, where these ducks are put to work gleaning snails and waste grain from rice paddies. Runners have an upright stance that allows them to move around with greater agility than other breeds. They tend to be active and somewhat on the nervous side. Known also as Indian runners, these ducks weigh around 4 pounds and can be expected to lay 140 to 100 eggs per year. They come in many colors, including white, fawn, and white, chocolate, black, and blue. I almost said duck. Blech. White, fawn, and white, chocolate, black, and blue. Ugh. Excuse me. All right, and then there's the runner, the Indian runners. There. All right, ducks for meat. Any breed of duck may be used for meat, although some breeds have been developed to grow faster and larger than others while consuming less feed. You will find that the meat from the ducks you raise yourself is superior in quality to and less expensive than store-bought duck meat. Pekin ducks. A pekin, Pekin, is a big duck with snow-white feathers and an orange bill and feet. Pekins are not particularly outstanding layers and are only fair at nesting and caring for their young. At maturity, they weigh 8 to 10 pounds. Because they have snow-white feathers, they appear cleaner when plucked. Their white pin feathers don't show as much as the pin feathers of colored waterfowl. If you order duck in a restaurant, you will most likely be served a pekin. Alright, animal on my nose, guys. Hang on. Pause this and be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, there's a Pekin duck right there. Alright, rowan. The rowan looks like an overstuffed mallard. At maturity, it averages 9 to 11 pounds. Rowans are docile, tend to be relatively inactive, and are not particularly good layers. Because of their deep breasts, they breed best on water, and their egg fertility tends to be low if they breed on land. Thanks to their dark feathers, rowans are considered to be largely ornamental, although some people claim this breed has the most flavorful meat of any, and its size certainly makes it ideal for roasting. Alright, there's the rowan duck. Muscovy ducks. The Muscovy doesn't look like any other domestic duck, and indeed is only distantly related to the others. Muscovies are sometimes called quackless ducks, because in contrast to the loud quacking of other female ducks, the Muscovy female speaks in a musical whimper, although she can make a louder sound if startled or frightened. The male's sound is a soft hiss. Aging males take on a distinctive musky odor, giving this breed its other nickname of musk duck. Both of the males and the females have a mask over the bridge of their beak that features lumpy red warts called... Excuse me, guys. Alright, I have no idea what that was. That was really weird. Okay. Alright, both the males and the females have a mask over the bridge of their beak that features lumpy red warts called caruncles. Muscovies are arboreal, preferring to roost in trees and nest in wide forks or hollow trunks. In confinement, they like to perch at the top of a fence, but they don't always come back down on the right side. To get a good grip while perching on high, these ducks have sharply clawed toes. If you have to carry one of these ducks, try to keep it from paddling its legs so those sharp claws don't slice your skin. Aging males can be aggressive, usually toward other male ducks, but occasionally toward their keeper. With their powerful wings and sharp claws, they can engage in fierce battles over male dominance. The male muscovy matures to be the largest domestic duck, weighing up to 12 pounds. The drakes are thus twice the size of the average female, which tops out at around 7 pounds. Although white muscovies are more suitable for meat because they have a cleaner appearance when plucked, the original color is an iridescent greenish-black and white patches on the wings. Throughout the years, muscovy fanciers have developed about a dozen additional colors. Muscovies are an entirely different species from other domestic ducks, and although they will interbreed with others, the resulting offspring will be mules, sterile hybrids that cannot reproduce. Commercial producers may deliberately cross pekins with muscovies to produce meat birds called mollards, which have the large breasts of the muscovy with less fat than the pekin. Muscovy meat differs in flavor and texture from that of other ducks, in part because it contains less fat. Being native to Mexico and South America, muscovies do best in warm climates, although they do well in moderate zones. They adapt better than other breeds to an environment that lacks a steady source of water for bathing. They are intelligent and curious, and the females can be as friendly as puppies, making great pets. Both sexes have an enormous appetite for slugs, snails, and baby mice. With their massive bodies and large flat feet, though, they do tend to be somewhat destructive to seedlings. Alright, so that was on the ducks for eggs and ducks for meat. And I will go ahead and get that uploaded. And the next is on goose breeds, which I think is going to be interesting. And then I'll just couple that with... I'll mix that up with the ducks and geese for meat, and the feathering means butchering. Nope, I'll just go with goose breeds and then ducks and geese for meat, and I'll make a short little video of that, and then I'll just do a video of the rest of that chapter. And I will see you guys in a few minutes. If you guys have any ideas towards businesses, towards the business end of Faith First, please leave a comment and let me know. Also, guys, please leave comments. I really want to engage with you guys. I want to talk. I want to carry on conversations with my subscribers. And just, I'm sorry if some of the videos seem a little bit boring. We're on certain subjects in the books, and I don't have the how-to videos right now because we're not on the property. But that's going to change. And this information is necessary to get out there, so. I will see you guys in a few minutes, and please leave comments, you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.